Hey, Openwater Church, Pastor Billy Brown here with you this morning. Hope you guys are having a good day. Hope you're having a good morning thus far. So we are in our Vital Signs message series, and we're talking about a lot of things as we grow in our relationship with Jesus Christ. We talked about this last Sunday. What is your RR, your resting rate? Okay, and so we all have been called to make some decisions. Okay, and these are decisions for us to really experience all that God has for us. And so I want to talk to you about decision number 3, and that is to decide to follow Christ. Matthew chapter 4 is where we were at this past Sunday in our message. And so I'm going to read to you from verses 19 through 20. Okay, it says, and this is Jesus speaking to these future disciples. He says, "Come follow me," Jesus said, "and I will make you fishers of men." At once they left their nets and they followed him. So I know a lot of times we read that verse, and we've read it probably a ton of times in church, and we kind of just read through it and don't really think about the reality of what was just said. So picture yourself, you're in your career, okay, you're at work, going to be at work today. You're sitting at your desk, you're in a meeting with some of the other partners that you work with, your team, wherever it is that you work, whatever you're doing for your career right now. Maybe you're a teacher, maybe you're a doctor. Maybe you're a nurse, maybe you're a lawyer, whatever it is, maybe you're a stay-at-home mom. You know, Jesus basically comes right on the scene, interrupts their lives, and says, drop what you're doing, stop what you're doing, and come and follow me. And these guys did it. They just did it. And that is something that I think is just wild to think about. And, you know, that really is the mindset of surrender. That is the mindset that Jesus wants from each of us when it comes to this idea of following him, to be ready and willing to put what we're doing aside and focus our hearts, our minds, our thoughts around what God wants to have done in our lives. You know, there's a song that we sing here at Openwater Church. It's called "I Will Follow." It's by this guy named Chris Tomlin. Maybe you've heard of him. Maybe if you've listened to Christian music a little bit. So this guy, Chris Tomlin, wrote this song, "I Will Follow You." And the chorus of the song goes, "Who you love, I'll love. Who you serve, I'll serve. Where you go, I'll go. I will follow you." You know, that's the whole idea that we're talking about today. Whatever God wants to have done in our lives, are you willing? Are you ready to follow him in that? Are you ready to serve the people that God has served? Are you willing to love those people that God says to love, even those people that maybe you don't quite get along with, even those people that might seem maybe unlovable? Are you willing to go where God has called you to go? Boy, those are challenging questions for me and for you today. And that's what I want to challenge you with today. Whatever God has in store for you, wherever you're at in your life today, are you willing and are you ready to follow Jesus? Are you going to make that decision? I'm going to do my best to make that decision, and I hope that you will join me in that decision as well. Let's follow Christ together and see all that God has in store for us.